Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. We're here in Bournemouth and I'm joined by Stevie McKenna. Stevie, congratulations on your second round stoppage victory tonight. Straight into it, just reflect on what was a brief outing here tonight.
Yeah, it was good to get back in action. It was a quick one. It was second round. Disappointed not to get him in the first, but got him in the second. He was a tough kid. You know, he came and he gave it a go, but I knew if he stood with me, he made a big mistake. When I bang in them shots, you know, I hurt, and I caught him with a few good body shots in the first and second round, and caught him, and he went down, and I finished the job.
When you dropped him for the first time tonight, Stevie, what was going through your mind? Did you feel like the stoppage was just a matter of time, or did you want to try and be a bit more patient? It seemed like you was maybe looking for it a little bit at times.
Yeah, well, I took my time a wee bit then after it. I give it a, few moments, and I took my time a wee bit more finishing them, but I knew it only took one shot. You know, I'm heavy-handed, both hands, and I caught him. It doesn't matter any of the welterweights out there. This guy, you know, he was very tough, hadn't been stopped before, and it was good to go in there and knock him out. But any of the welterweights, any of them stand in front of me, I'll knock any of them out.
Stevie, the body seemed to be the key for you tonight, working the body that is. Was that something that you've been working on?
I work on everything in the gym, yeah. The left hook to the body, lovely shot. Been practicing that. I was practicing it before my fight in the changing room, and heard him wince, you know, a couple of times. He felt the power, and that last body shot, he didn't want to know. He didn't want to get up because he knew if he got up, someone would have had to pull him out of the ring, because I was ready to, you know, do damage.
Stevie, only the 2 rounds tonight, but what do you feel you showed? What do you feel you can learn from tonight's experience?
I showed everyone, you know, what style of fighter I am. I come to entertain. I have plenty more attributes to my game that I haven't shown yet. That's only 10% of me in there. I can fight many ways, and I can choose what way to fight. I went in there and I wanted to brawl with him, and I did that, and I got the knockout.
Stevie, earlier this week you mentioned the likes of Florian Marku, Conor Benn amongst others on the welterweight scene. If they're one of your competitors in the division, one of your rivals, and they saw tonight, what do you think's going through their mind?
They don't want to fight me, because they know how dangerous I am. You know, it was very hard to get an opponent for this fight. It must have took 20 opponents. You know, everyone was turning it down. Big step-up fights as well. You know, unbeaten fighters, 10-0, 12-0, 13-0. No one wanted to fight me. I'd like to thank my opponent for taking the fight, because he was the only man brave enough to go in there and do it, and he gave it a go. But any of the fighters, Conor Benn, you know, he's picking and choosing fights. He's on to be fighting Eubank, but it's, you know, it's a mismatch for him. But they seem to be cashing out on him, you know, getting a big payday and bumping it up in the zone. But Marku as well, picking and choosing opponents. Why aren't they looking for me?
Why do you think they're not looking for you?
Look at the way I fight. I'm a bad man. I go in with bad intent. I hurt. 6'1". I'm a welterweight. I'm strong, heavy-handed, both hands, and I take out my opponents. I'm 12-0, 11 knockouts.
I imagine you're going to want to be out pretty soon after that. No kind of marks from what I can see there. Nothing which will come up over coming days. So, are you confident you can land one of those big fights next?
Yeah, I want to be back out as soon as possible. Anytime, you know, I want to be kept active. I want to be 15-0 by the end of the year, top 10 in the world. I want big fights.
Stevie, final one. How are you celebrating tonight?
Chill and relax and watch the fights, and then be back in the gym on Monday.
All right, Stevie, I appreciate your time. Now I'll leave you to shoot off back to your changing rooms and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
All right.